Hey guys, Austin here with the post-game debrief of the Oilers' 3-1 victory over the Ottawa Senators. With the win, Edmonton has won their 7th straight game and they move into a playoff spot. Let's get right into it. In the first period, the Oilers were buzzing early. The second line had a flurry of chances. Connor McDavid was flying all over the ice, and then Kane took a 4-minute high sticking penalty. I did not like the penalty for Evander Kane there. I didn't like how he spun around with his stick at head level, but the Oilers killed it off. No big deal. And then the Oilers were pressing after the penalty kill, and then they drew a power play of their own. They had a couple of looks that went nowhere, and Stuart Skinner was solid in the first period. End of the first, score was 0-0. The shots were 14-9 for Edmonton, and the expected goals were 2.3 to 0.5 in favor of the Oilers. And I will talk about the analytics in a little bit here. So, second period, the power play ended. Edmonton 0-1 at that point. And then McLeod, Kane, and Fogle had a good shift. Edmonton with more good chances. And then Connor McDavid was stopped in alone off a feed by Nugent Hopkins. Forsberg was playing out of his mind at this point in the game. He has the third worst goals saved above expected this season in the NHL, but you would not know that by watching this game tonight. He was phenomenal. Skinner had 2 big saves after misplaying the puck behind his net. Nurse and Fogle then collided in Ottawa's zone. I wrote WTF. I'm not sure what Nurse and Fogle were doing there. And then Skinner with a big save on the partial breakaway after that Nurse and Fogle collision. And then Bouchard was making some dangles at the blue line, and he set up a good scoring chance. And then Brown had a chance that was stopped on a 2-on-1. He didn't get a great shot, but he is still finding a way to produce 2-on-1s and odd man rushes for the Oilers. And then Oilers power play with 3:31 left in the period. Bouchard scores and makes it 1-0 Edmonton. They finally broke through. Oilers players are falling all over the place, and there was sloppy passing on the power play, but Bouchard got it through. And then, as we would find out in the third period, that goal was actually credited to Zach Hyman. Power play 1 for 2 at that point. Bouchard then got injured at the end of the second. His face kind of went into the boards, the angled part of the boards, but he would be okay. End of the second period, 1-0 Edmonton. Shots 34-19 in favor of the Oilers, and the expected goals 3.95 to 1.54 in favor of the Oilers. Then, third period, Bouchard was back for the third and then finds Zach Hyman on transition, who scores his 23rd of the season to make it 2-0 Edmonton. And that was actually his 24th goal of the season. Then the Oilers' fourth line was hemmed in against the Stützle line, Draisaitl line, couple of good looks. And then Draisaitl replaced Hamblin on that fourth line for a shift. And as the third period continued, James Hamblin and Adam Ernie, I don't think they got a single shift after they got hemmed in early in the third. They were being rotated with Draisaitl, Nuge, Janmark. So not sure I'm a big fan of Hamblin being benched, but I mean, I guess if you want to call it a learning experience, sure. But he definitely did not take a shift after that first shift where they got hemmed in the third period. And then Cody Ceci got hit in the face with the puck. It kind of hit him near the ear, but he would be fine. Edmonton took a penalty with 9:54 to go. Bouchard for interference. And then Hyman, I wrote down, that's when he was officially credited with goal number 1, at least when the broadcast mentioned it. Sens had a flurry of chances on the power play, but Skinner holds the fort. Janmark was stopped on a shorthanded breakaway, penalty kill 2 for 2, and then the crowd started doing the dreaded wave, and Ottawa scored just a minute after the wave was going. And I've mentioned the wave before, but I don't want people to get mad at me in the comment section, so I'm just gonna zip my lip on that. It was reviewed, but it was a good goal. I put hashtag ban the wave, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Obviously, I'm mostly joking, guys. It's fine. Just don't worry about it. I have my own problems, okay? Just leave me alone. McDavid just missed Hyman on a 2-on-1, and then Zub was called for interference with 3:30 to play. Key power play for Edmonton, and then Hyman scores his hat trick off a beautiful feed by McDavid, finds him at the back door for the tap in. 3-1 Oilers, power play 2 for 3. McDavid may never score on an empty net again. He had a chance to score on another empty net. He's had a few looks this season. He either misses the net, hits a body, hits the post. I don't remember the last time Connor McDavid has been able to score into an empty net, but it doesn't matter. Edmonton wins 3-1. Final shots on goal, 46-31 for the Oilers. The expected goals tonight were 5.90 to 2.50 in favor of the Oilers. Almost 6 expected goals. Now, I wanted to talk about the analytics, and I'm going to do that right now. The eye test and the analytics for me, they butted heads a little bit. The eye test showed, at least in my opinion, I thought Edmonton played a really sloppy game. I didn't think they controlled the puck, but they lost a lot of battles and their passing, and they had a lot of turnovers that were sloppy. I just overall didn't like their play, but it doesn't matter. They don't ask you how, they only ask how many, and I'm sure Edmonton will tighten it up before their game against Chicago. Power play went 2 for 3, penalty kill went 3 for 3. Stuart Skinner, 30 saves on 31 shots and 1.50 goals saved above expected and a .967 save percentage. Overall, in my opinion, like I said, not a great game. Eye test analytics butting heads for me. Edmonton was sloppy throughout. Got to tighten up, but it doesn't matter. The 3 stars here. 3rd star, Stuart Skinner. 2nd star, Evan Bouchard, who had 3 assists. And of course, the 1st star, Zach Hyman, who had the hat trick. Edmonton moves into a wildcard spot and improved to 20-15-1. They've now won 7 in a row and play the Chicago Blackhawks next on Tuesday, January 9th at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. What do you guys have for me? What did you think about the game? Am I being too harsh with the eye test? Did Edmonton play as good as the analytics showed? I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know how we're feeling after Ottawa scored when the crowd was doing the wave. Just kidding. Please don't bring up the wave. I'm sorry that I even brought that up. I'm sorry. Nobody yell at me, please. Let me know your comments down below. And as always, if you like the video, make sure you hit like. If you really liked it, make sure you hit subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.